Welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra, a practice of wildness, rest, and connection. Taking your time to get settled with absolutely no rush and no hurry. The first part of this practice is all about making sure that you are as comfortable and as warm as you would like to be, while taking some time to breathe, to soften, and to begin to drop into stillness, or as close to stillness as is available to you today. And as we move into this practice, let my words be just the signposts to your own inner experience, taking only what works, leaving the rest. Letting this be your very own practice, receiving whatever it is you are in need of. And perhaps before we begin, taking a little time today to check in with what that might be, to check in with your reason for practicing today. And perhaps there is a quality or emotion or intention that you want to welcome in, perhaps an affirmation pertaining to wildness, perhaps to something else. But let this sankalpa be completely yours. And as much as possible, welcome it to arise naturally from a place of intuitive guidance and inner knowing rather than any willful directing. Welcoming plenty of space and time now to explore, no need to seek or to search. Just breathing, resting, and softening into the malleability of liminality. And eventually, you might slowly let it form into a concise, evocative sentence in the present tense. An affirmation that you can drop into the depths of your practice to be assimilated. An example might be, I unleash my wildness and choose to be free. But whatever it is, let it be something that supports and guides you to the heart of your wild nature. And then landing on the sentence that feels good and right for this moment right now. Knowing also that the practice of Yoga Nidra is whole and complete without this stage. So resting into the blissfulness of no intention if that feels good and right. Otherwise, taking a little time now to repeat this sentence to yourself, to feel it, to see it, to know it. And to feel as though you could drop it into your practice for assimilation. And then opening your senses, facilitating a movement towards openness and receptivity, attuning to the senses like a wild animal. Perhaps noticing the farthest sound you can hear without need to label or seek its source. Simply soaking in the quality of the sound. Perhaps the visceral response to the sound in the body. Opening the taste buds to residual tastes on the tongue soft and easy. Opening the nostrils to residual smells in the air, like an animal on a scent trail, observing the subtleties of lingering odor and aroma. The sensation of air entering the nostrils, cool on arrival, warm as it leaves, as though you could sense with the skin and the whole body. Feeling the whole body satiated by sensory perception. The whole body softening into presence. Taking awareness into the very center of the head, as though deep in the brain. Feeling that with each inhalation this space could expand and grow. And with each exhalation, softening into the possibility of deep knowing. Inhaling, expanding. Exhaling, softening. Tapping into the primal parts of the brain. Those parts that remain wild even as we become tame. And then dropping down another layer into the heart, as though the space of the heart might expand as you inhale, and soften as you exhale. Pulsating to your own naturally arising rhythm of breath. The breath breathing you. Tapping into the deep heart's core. The unbroken cave behind the heart. The soft center out of reach of challenge and hardship, grief and loss. A place of deep connection and unconditional love, not dependent on appearances or achievements. A place of wild love, free, abundant, soft. And then dropping down yet another layer into the belly. Feeling the belly rise and fall with the breath, like the ocean tides to the pull of the moon. Softening the pelvic floor completely, releasing any gripping or holding, releasing the deep abdominals into a depth of softness that reveals the rippling undulations of breath flowing through the body, flowing beneath the surface. Feeling the body deepening into rest, softening into stillness, letting go into effortlessness. Tapping into the primal belly brain, a place of deep knowing, deep trust, deep truth. Each exhalation peeling back layers of conditioning to reveal the truth of you. Harnessing your innate capacity to drop beneath the surface into the depths of wildness within you. Feeling that this wildness could permeate your experience and ripple out from head to toe, core to periphery and beyond. Exhaling and sending the wildness of sensation into the right hand thumb. sensing and feeling into the right hand thumb, and the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, thumb and fingers together, and the palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, waist, and hip. Sensing and feeling and spreading wildness to the front of the right thigh and the back of the thigh, the knee and the space at the back of the knee, shin, calf, and ankle, heel, sole, and ball of the right foot, and the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth, and all of the toes together, and the whole right side of the body, all the way through. Sensing and feeling and spreading wildness to the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, thumb and fingers together, in the palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, waist, and hip. Sensing and feeling and spreading wildness to the front of the left thigh and the back of the thigh, the knee and the space at the back of the knee, the shin, calf, and ankle, heel, sole, and ball of the left foot, and the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth, and all of the toes together, and the whole of the left side of the body, all the way through. The right arm, left arm, both arms together. The right leg, left leg, both legs together, resting heavily into the ground. Sensing into the back of the body in connection with the earth. Backs of heels, backs of thighs, back of pelvis, sacrum, softening, decompressing. The lower back, mid back, upper back, back of the neck, back of the head, crown of the head, forehead, softening, releasing. Right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, releasing, softening. The right cheekbone, left cheekbone, right nostril, left nostril. The right eye, eyeball, and the space at the back of the eye. The left eye, eyeball, and the space at the back of the eye. And both eyes together, releasing heavily. Muscles around the eyes and the jaws, teeth, tongue, gums, the sensation inside of the mouth, the sensation all the way from the tip of the tongue to the root of the tongue, a deep softening in the jaws and the hinge of the jaws, a softening that ripples down into the chest, rising and falling with the breath, and to the belly, softly undulating, with the breath. And the whole of the body alive as radiant sensation, pulsing to the subtle rhythms and sensations of the heart and the earth, beating as one. The whole of the body set free from the shackles of story and society, surrendered into the effortless flow of feeling and sensation. A wild and simple rest, feeling the body heavy, so heavy it could sink into the soft earth of a pine forest floor. Heavy like the rocks that form mountains. A heaviness that enables profound strength and steadiness. A heaviness that eventually gives way to naturally arising feelings of weightlessness. As though awareness could effortlessly expand towards the sky. Light as soft clouds, as bird flight. A lightness that invites immense freedom and liberation. Inviting the body to experience both the rooted heaviness of earth and the expansive lightness of sky simultaneously. Without thinking, simply sensing and feeling. Earth and sky meeting and merging. Welcoming the possibility of something new. Breathing wildness into the body with each new breath. Feeling the body softening into the possibility of the moment. Surrendered to the natural ebb and flow of all of life. The breath rising to fullness. Releasing into stillness. A rhythm that welcomes both activity and rest, growth and abatement, summer and winter, inhale and exhale, and the liminal spaces between. Feeling the breath lapping against the shore of the body. Each in-breath feeling wildness roll in across the shore. Each out-breath feeling the body soften like water. Feeling the heart and mind wild and free. Feeling into how it is to rest in pure awareness. Perhaps feeling awareness travel to the periphery of the skin boundary, maybe even just beyond. Feeling into that place where earth and sky meet. The liminality aliveness and possibility of the ecotone, the vibrancy of sensation, depths of deep rest, expansion of open awareness. The whole of the body deeply rested, softly open, receptive to any feelings of well-being, maybe pleasure or joy, that may feel like arising in this moment. Noticing how the body feels. Noticing how it is to shift from the subjectivity of I to the objectivity of awareness. And how would it be to feel and to know on an intuitive level that the substrate of you is love, is connection? That your body is calling you in every moment back to connection to your wild self through emotion, sensation, and feeling. That at your very core, beneath all of the layers of conditioning and protection, beneath all of the stories and distractions, that you are love, that you are wildness, that in every moment it is possible to extract the simplicity of love from the complexity of life. How would it feel to truly believe and to know that we are cells in the organism that is Earth, that there is no separation, that as we begin to heal ourselves, we in turn begin to heal Earth. Feeling this knowing deep in your bones as you slowly begin to fill the lungs, inviting the vitality and vibrancy of a deep inhalation. Transitioning slowly and with awareness from the state of Yoga Nidra back towards everyday waking consciousness, maybe bringing with you a little more wildness, as though you could hold the thread of wildness as you slowly begin to re-emerge. Taking your time, wild time, where there is absolutely no rush and no hurry.